Looks like we're pretty open right now. We got to remember Hermetic Study and Pestilence going around. The Lackey would be nice, but it's going to be really bad in our deck. So I'm going to take the Guy's Embrace. So here, Greener Pastures, which is pretty bad. It's very random, and it's going to end up helping them more than you. Priest of Titania is decent. There's a Cycling Land in our color. Meltdown, which is very random. A Critting, which is nice. There's a Befallen Black. We gotta keep our eyes out. And Black's getting a lot of good cards. But I think the pick here is Bull Hippo. An evasive, sometimes evasive 4-drop 3/3. It's not bad at all. We'll pick him up. So here, it's not a great pack here. This guy's a fine card. He's hard to deal with sometimes. Pouncing Jaguars here as well, but we have a lot of 1-drops at the moment. Let's see here. Shower Sparks is a fine card sometimes. I've seen it used against me a couple of times, but not much. We also have to remember there's a Rune of Protection green in here. Thran Turbine is pretty much worthless in my opinion. I think we're going to stick with the runner right now. But, yeah, I think so. So there's another runner, which is kind of bleh. I don't want another one. Elvish Lyrist and a Guy's Bounty. This pack is pretty blah. We could always pick up a Goblin Raider if we ever find a use for our Goblin Matrons. If we get some insane Goblin, I don't know if there are any insane Goblins in this set, but it'll give us higher density of Goblins in the deck. I don't want to run any of these other cards. It looks pretty bad right now. I don't want to run 2 of these, especially with a Bull Hippo up there. So that's kind of bleh. Okay, well, there's a good trick in red-green, Symbiosis. It can be a blowout sometimes. It's not horrible, although you need 2 creatures in play to use it effectively, or have one of your opponent's creatures not in combat, because you have to target 2 creatures. You can't just target your own. So I think we're going to pick that up. Another Goblin Patrol. Not what I wanted, but it'll do for now. Outmaneuver. This is like a Falter, but your creatures can die. But it also has the I don't actually know. Falter doesn't stop flying creatures, and this gets through any type of blocking. Weapon Master, he's a 4/4 attacker, a 2/2 blocker. I think I'm just going to go with this land for now. So we have a 2/3 attacker that turns into a 4/1 in combat. I'm not a big fan of it, but I don't see anything I really want. I mean, I could use a scrap, but this is looking to be kind of aggressive. And I don't necessarily want to take this right now. So we'll see what happens there. I'm not really liking this. Is not my style of deck. I'm more of a control player, but it could work right now. We need a couple more picks that'll be good, but this is not horrible, but it's not doing great right now. Here's another 3-drop. We'd have liked to see a little bit more removal by now. All we have right now is an Arc Lightning. We have a lot of 1-drops. We can back them up with some enchantments, but we'll need a little bit of help from our last pack here. Although we've already made at least $10 from the Sarah Sanctum, or close to $10, depending on how much we can get for the trade-in. We should be around 9 or 8 something. So We've already made most of our money back by entering this draft. So we'll see what happens in this next pack. In these last few picks. Looks like one of our opponents, or one of the people drafting disconnected, which is why it's taking so long. So, they have this in Meriden Besieged, I think, but it gives +1 power. I don't like it without giving extra power. This card's not horrible. You can always move it around. It's got the Rancor clause. I like it better than Meltdown. We're probably not going to play it, but we'll keep it up there for now. We have 3 enchantments for our creatures. You don't want to be playing a lot of enchantments for your creatures. But, oh, there's a Shower Sparks. It's effective against certain decks. It's good against some cards like Ravenous Scourge, the 3/1 attacker for black. Spirals. It's not a bad card, but I wouldn't call it a great card either. It's a unenhanced Searing Blaze at all times for 1 mana. So you can also finish somebody off with that, but that's not an ideal situation either. Okay, Raise is horrible. Rune Protection Artifacts does not matter, and this card's even worse. So we'll just pick that to get a red card out of the way. Hush could be pretty nice if we could run into a white opponent with all those pacifisms we've been passing around. It also deals with stuff like Pestilence or Opposing Embraces. Of all the embraces, I think the blue one is the best. It gives +2/+2 in Flying and Shroud, I believe. I believe that's correct. It's pretty hard to deal with. I don't know what the white embrace is. I don't know if there is a white embrace. And I don't remember a black embrace. But the green one's pretty insane. And the red one's decent. It turns into a dragon with fire breathing. So we picked up another Goblin Raider. We could be using the Goblin Matrons. Probably not. We probably won't play these. Hopefully we won't. But it's a possibility. Right now we have 4 goblins on our deck. We're not counting the matrons if we use them. So Sandbar Merfolk. Really bad card in my opinion. Although I guess it's effective if your opponent's playing Goblin Patrols and Wild Dogs. Just to slow your opponent down. Let's see what this next pack holds. So we're back with the last pack. Of note here, Rancor, which is like a $2 to $1 card. Parch, removal. King Crab pretty much owns our deck if he gets online. He essentially says your opponent can't play green creatures for the most part. Radiant Archangel is a great card for white, and it's not worth anything, so we don't have to worry about that. Treetop Village, which would be nice to get around on the wheel, but I don't expect it to. Swat is a decent card for black. And you have a Mireworm. It's a decent card in this deck, though. We don't want to be casting that expensive a card usually. I won't scoff at it. So right now, the pick is between Parch or Rancor. Rancor is worth a little bit of money. It's pretty effective with these guys, so I'm going to take that. I could easily take the Parch there, though. But Rancor is worth a little bit of money. We'll take it. So there is another Rancor. It's not bad. Impending Doom is less than $1 rare. Thran War Machine is a nice card for aggressive strategies like ours, but I don't think it's as good as a Rancor. We'll definitely be dropping this Fiery Mantle, though, and probably the Shiv's Embrace. Not sure yet. Also, note, another red manland. If we could wheel these manlands, it'd be pretty nice for our deck. Last Ditch Effort do not like. You have to sacrifice a lot of stuff to work with it. But I guess it could be a way to finish off your opponent. I've never actually played it. This card is actually pretty effective with cards like Rancor. Sitting a 4/1 Trampler in that already drew your card is pretty nice. But we'll take the Rancor here. So, okay, here, Quicksilver Amulet is like a $2 card, if I remember correctly. We're probably going to pick the Simming Grunt here. It's pretty insane. It's in a pretty insane body. But let's look at the Quicksilver Amulet. So a $2.50 card. I already have one sitting in my inventory. It's not in high demand right now. I really want